One of the clearest viewer requests on the channel was simple: make a real setup tutorial for career ops. So this video does exactly that. No hype loop, no fake dashboard mockup, and no skipping the boring parts. We are going from a fresh local clone to a working career ops install, using the actual repo, the real doctor checks, the real config files, and the real terminal dashboard. By the end, you will know which files matter, what the first errors mean, how to fix them, and what you can run on day one. If you watched the earlier overview and liked the idea but still did not know how to get it running on your machine, this is the missing piece. We are going to install it, configure it with sample data, verify the pipeline, and then open the dashboard so you can see what a working local setup actually looks like. Before we touch the install, here is what CareerOps actually is. It is an open-source job search system built around AI coding workflows. The repo describes it as a command center for evaluating roles, generating tailored PDFs, scanning portals, processing jobs in batch, and tracking your pipeline locally. It is not a spray and pray mass supply bot. The README is explicit about that. The system is supposed to help you filter hard, focus on stronger matches, and keep the process organized. The reason this project took off is that the setup is practical. You get a repo, markdown files, YAML config, a few node scripts, Playwright for PDFs and site interaction, and an optional Go dashboard for viewing the pipeline. That combination is very tutorial-friendly because there are real moving parts to explain. So the goal here is not just to admire the project. It is to get a working local install that you can actually understand and adapt. The setup guide keeps the prerequisite list short. You need Node 18 or newer. You need Playwright Chromium because PDF generation depends on it. And if you want the dashboard TUI, you also need Go installed. In the repo, the quick start is basically 5 steps: clone the project, install dependencies, install Playwright Chromium, copy the profile and portals templates, and add your CV in Markdown. The docs also make a useful point that many people miss the first time. CareerOps is designed to be customized by the coding agent itself. That means your profile, your CV, your target companies, and your job search preferences all live in files that the agent can read and update. So when the doctor command complains, it is not random. It is telling you exactly which parts of that local source of truth are still missing. That is why I like starting with the doctor flow. It shows you what the system thinks a valid setup actually requires. The first real step is the basic install. Clone the repo, change into the directory, and run npm install. That gets the node side ready. If you are following along from scratch, this is also a good moment to notice the repo layout. You have docs, examples, templates, batch scripts, dashboard code, and a set of mode files that power the workflow. Nothing here is pretending to be a hosted SaaS. It is a local project with readable files, which is exactly why it makes sense as a tutorial. Once npm install finishes, you are not done yet. A lot of people stop there, then wonder why PDF generation or pipeline checks fail later. The repo expects Playwright Chromium to be installed as part of the base setup. So think of npm install as the JavaScript dependency step, not the complete install. We will do the browser dependency next, then run doctor to see the first expected errors before we configure the missing user files. Now install Playwright Chromium and immediately run npm run doctor. This is the first honest checkpoint in the setup. If you are on a fresh clone, the doctor output should look incomplete, and that is correct. In my run, node, dependencies, and Playwright passed. The missing pieces were the user files, cv.md, config/profile.yml, and the portals file. That is exactly what you want to see, because it proves the environment is fine and the only blockers are your local inputs. This is also why the doctor command is such a strong tutorial anchor. Instead of guessing what the project wants, you let the repo tell you. When you see those missing file errors, do not treat them as a failure. Treat them as your checklist. We are going to create or copy each file, understand what it does, and then come back to doctor until it turns fully green. That feedback loop is way better than randomly poking around the repo. The first file to understand is config/profile.yml. This is where the project stores your narrative, target roles, basic identity details, compensation ranges, and archetype information. For the tutorial, I am using the example profile so we can keep this run fully local and reproducible. In a real setup, This is where you would put your own name, contact details, target role language, career story, and the kinds of roles you actually want. The project instructions are very clear on one important point here. User-specific customization belongs in your profile layer, not in the shared system files. That matters because it keeps updates safe. If you later pull a newer version of CareerOps, your personal profile should still be your own. So as you watch this section, focus on two things. First, where the file lives. Second, the kind of information it is meant to hold. You are not just filling out metadata. You are teaching the system how to evaluate opportunities through your lens. The next core file is cv.md, and this one is the real source of truth for the application side of the pipeline. CareerOps reads your Markdown CV and uses it for evaluations, tailored output, and PDF generation. You can also add article-digest.md if you want the system to pull in proof points from projects, writing, or case studies. For the tutorial run, I copied the example CV and the example article digest so the pipeline has something concrete to read. In a real setup, this is where you should spend time. The repo itself says the first evaluations will not be great if the system does not know you yet. That is a great reminder. If you want better job scoring and better tailored documents, you need to feed it real context. Your strongest proof points, measurable outcomes, actual projects, and clear preferences all help. So yes, copying the sample file gets the tutorial moving, but replacing it with your own material is what makes CareerOps genuinely useful. After that, configure portals.yml. This file tells the scanner what to look for and where to look. The example template already includes a big set of tracked companies and search queries, but the smart move is to edit the positive title filters and company list around your real target roles. That is one of the easiest places to improve signal quality fast. If your titles and companies are wrong, your scan results will be noisy even if the rest of the system is perfect. This is also a good moment to show the command surface in the README. The default /flow is simple. Paste a job URL for a full pipeline run, or use CareerOps scan, CareerOps PDF, CareerOps batch, CareerOps tracker, CareerOps apply, and the rest of the mode-specific commands. The setup becomes easier to understand once you realize those commands are all working from the same local files. Profile, CV, portals, reports, tracker. One local source of truth, multiple ways to use it. Once those files are in place, run doctor again and then run the verification script. This is the satisfying part of the setup because the error list disappears and the project starts acting like a real working install instead of a skeleton. On my configured example copy, doctor passed cleanly. Verify also ran, and for a fresh workspace, it correctly noted that no applications tracker existed yet. That message is useful because it tells you the project is not broken. It is just empty. In other words, a clean verification result does not mean you already have jobs in the pipeline. It means the system is ready to create and manage them when you start evaluating offers. This is the exact moment where most people are ready to stop the setup video and start experimenting. But before you do that, it is worth opening the dashboard once, because seeing the pipeline visually makes the whole repo click much faster. The optional dashboard is built with Go, and the setup is straightforward. Change into the dashboard folder, build the binary, and point it back at the repo path. Once it opens, you get a local terminal interface for the pipeline with tabs, grouped views, sorting, and fast navigation. This is not required for the base setup, but it is a strong part of the overall project because it turns the Markdown and report files into something you can browse quickly. For a tutorial, I like showing it because it proves the system is more than a collection of scripts. There is an actual operator view on top of the data. And if you compare it to the repo demo media, you can see how the install work connects to the daily workflow. The screenshot and the real dashboard view line up. That is always a good sign in an open source project. The docs, the commands, and the interface all reinforce the same mental model. So what do you do after the setup is complete? The README answer is very direct. Open your coding agent in the project directory, then either paste a job URL or use the / commands that match the workflow you want. That could be a single evaluation, a portal scan, PDF generation, batch processing, or tracker review. The important thing is that CareerOps is designed to be adapted. The files are supposed to change. Your profile should get sharper. Your CV source should improve. Your portals file should become more selective. And your reports should teach you what kinds of roles are actually worth your time. That is why this project works better as an operator system than as a one-click app. It gives you leverage, but it still expects judgment. If you treat it like a living local workflow instead of a static install, you will get much more value out of it. Let me close with the practical checklist. If your install is failing, check these in order. Node is installed. npm install finished. Playwright Chromium is installed. config/profile.yml exists. cv.md exists. portals.yml exists. And if you want the dashboard, Go is installed and the binary builds. If those are true, you are basically there. From that point forward, the quality of the system depends less on setup and more on how well you personalize it. That is the real shift. CareerOps is local, open source, and file-driven, so the better your context files are, the better the workflow gets. If you want, I can turn this into a second tutorial on customizing profile archetypes, tuning the portal filters, and using the pipeline on real job listings. There is one more reason I wanted to include the project structure in this tutorial. Once CareerOps is installed, you can understand the whole system just by knowing where a few folders live. Config holds the profile template. Templates holds the portals file and other reusable pieces. Reports stores the markdown evaluations. Output stores the generated PDFs. Data holds the tracker and pipeline state. And the modes folder is where the behavior lives. When you see that layout, the repo stops feeling magical and starts feeling maintainable. That is a big deal if you plan to keep using it for months instead of one weekend. It also means troubleshooting gets easier. If the scanner feels noisy, look at portals. If the scoring feels off, look at your profile and supporting context. If the generated PDFs feel weak, look at cv.md and the proof points you are feeding into the system. The more you understand the file map, the faster you can adapt CareerOps to your own search. Another nice detail in the current repo is that this is no longer just a Claude code story. The project includes agents instructions for Codex and a dedicated docs/Codex setup note. That matters for setup because the repo is really describing a file-driven workflow, not a single vendor trick. If your coding client respects the project instructions, the same local files and scripts can route into the existing modes, templates, tracker flow, and dashboard. The docs even spell out recommended starting prompts and the routing map for evaluation, scanning, PDF generation, batch runs, tracker review, and deep research. So if you are watching this because you use Codex or another coding client, the useful takeaway is this: the local project layout still matters most. The cleaner your files are, the easier it is for any agent to operate correctly inside the same repo. There are also a couple of mistakes worth avoiding up front. The first is using this like a mass application spam tool. The README and Claude instructions push against that very directly. The point is to filter hard and focus on better fit roles, not blast low-quality applications everywhere. The second mistake is leaving the example files in place for too long. Samples are great for getting green checks, but the quality ceiling stays low if you never replace them with your own real story, projects, compensation targets, and company preferences. The third mistake is treating a failed doctor run like a mystery. Usually it is just a missing file. And the fourth is forgetting that the outputs are local. Reports, tracker data, PDFs, and interview prep live in the repo structure. That is a feature, not a limitation, because it gives you an auditable workflow instead of a black box. So here is the day one flow I would recommend after this tutorial. Start with your own profile, your own CV, and a cleaned up portals file. Then run the doctor check one last time. Open your coding agent in the repo root. Paste a real job URL or run one of the documented commands, depending on whether you want a direct evaluation, a scan, a PDF, or a tracker pass. Then inspect the report markdown and the generated output as if you were reviewing a collaborator's work, not a magic oracle. That mindset matters. CareerOps is strongest when you use it like an operator system. It helps you reason faster, organize better, and personalize with more consistency. If you want to follow up, the next obvious video is a real end-to-end run on one live job listing, from URL paste to report to tailored PDF. That would pick up exactly where this setup tutorial ends. One last reminder before you leave this setup. The reason projects like CareerOps win attention is not just that they're open source. It is that they turn a messy, repeated process into a local system you can inspect, tune, and improve. If this walkthrough helped, the smartest next move is to replace the sample files with your real profile and run one honest evaluation all the way through. That is where the setup starts paying you back.